So the biggest drivers for technology investment in Brisbane for 2020 is certainly the capability and talent which is available here in Brisbane. We've got some world-leading universities, in fact 3, which are located in the Brisbane region, and the highly skilled graduates and talent which is coming out of there is truly world-class. I think Brisbane's got a fantastic opportunity in that around some of the universities and invention drivers here in Brisbane, we have a number of research centres of excellence which are outputting some fantastic new innovations, and we're also very close to the Southeast Queensland Food Bowl. So what we have is the ability to translate some of those new inventions across straight into the industry, and as well in robotics, we've got a number of research groups here which are able to improve both productivity and efficiency on farms. So I think Queensland and particularly Brisbane are very uniquely positioned to translate a lot of that ag tech innovation.
What we're seeing at the moment when we're talking to investors, some of the big trends that they're really interested in are trends around wellness, health, personalisation and customisation. Now that comes in a bunch of different ways. If I think about the market in China and what we're hearing from investors in China, they're looking at a consumer market that has been driven by, bulk things. So they're sort of seeing, we have milk, it's one flavour, it's all of this. But what we're seeing now is that there's this hyper-personalisation that's happening. So as the population in, say, China, this will happen around ASEAN and other parts, goes from a phase of development into wealth and internal consumption, we're really seeing that conversation with those investors change. So they're looking for high-end products that have personalisation and customisation. So if you expand on that a little bit further, healthy food products are really interesting. And so for Australia, that's a great thing. We have a great reputation around food. We have a great reputation as being sort of a healthy, outdoorsy type of nation. And Brisbane embodies, largely the best of all of those things as well.
Brisbane produces some real world-class ingredients. That's majorly interesting to those global food producers all over the planet as they try and create more health, more wellness, more sustainable foods for their customers and clients. So there's some key innovations around health and wellness that we're seeing get much more traction. That's back to things like protein, whether that's animal or plant. We're seeing vegan cheeses, IP coming out of those great universities we have in the region. So there's some really exciting innovation, and that's coupled with the talent we're producing here.
I think Brisbane is well positioned to capitalise on health and wellness. We have a really good precincts that are built, that have really been designed to grow and to offer a level of accommodation, interconnecting clinical and research. And in our other states, it's kind of grown organically over time, and it's a bit haphazard. Things are disconnected, whereas here they've been designed with connectivity, collaboration in mind. Areas like Hurston, Princess Alexandria, and then even to the Gold Coast Health and Knowledge and Sunshine Coast. These precincts are ripe for collaboration, and that's where the trend in health and wellness is heading.
So Brisbane has a long history of success in commercialisation in the health and life sciences scene. So we've had successful cervical cancer vaccines developed here, as well as some medical device companies. So I think the combination of some of those emerging trends in hyper-personalisation, the Internet of Things and connected devices, we're going to be able to offer some very tailored healthcare treatments through to individuals. And I see Brisbane, in terms of being able to connect both that health tech and digital side of health, being really useful to improve patient outcomes in the long term. So in terms of AI and robotics, I think from a national perspective, that there's no single city in Australia which is seen as the go-to hub for AI and robotics. There's a number of industry clusters at the moment which are beginning to form, and there's a real opportunity for Brisbane to take a leadership piece in that, so that some of those clusters are headquartered here in Brisbane, and which will hopefully drive both national benefit as well as having some of those innovations translated more globally.
Brisbane adopts technology much more than other cities in Australia, and that's why we're seeing those innovators come here.